So welcome back to another video, guys. In this video, I'll be discussing how to earn extra income from trading. This mainly applies to part-time traders. I've divided this video into various sections. And the first main point that I want to tell you is learn to identify big trends in the market. Now, what do I mean by big trends? At any given point of time in the market, you'll always have some sectors that will be trending. And the easiest way to identify these sectors is through relative strength. That is, take the chart of a sector and plot relative strength against Nifty. This is where you will be identifying the strongest sectors in the market. In recent times, if you look at what metal sector did, the relative strength of metal stocks broke out as early as in February. And that is when you saw massive momentum developing in this particular sector. And this is no hindsight analysis, because especially if you're a community member, most of the members will verify that this is something we identified in real time. The reason why I'm telling you this is because at any given point of time, there'll be 1 to 3 sectors that will be getting into the right kind of structure. If you look into the current market scenario, something like pharma, I'll also put in energy here, and you got to pay attention to some high beta sectors like banks and auto. Now, out of these 4 sectors, there will be 2 sectors that will be developing a strong trend in the next few months. And that is where a big trending opportunity will lie. There are some specific points I'll tell you as we progress in the video, but keep these important things in mind. The second important point is with respect to strength of stocks. Now, I'll take something like banks as an example. If you are analyzing something like Nifty Bank currently, the first step you will do is plot Nifty Bank against something like Nifty 50. This will be relative strength. And then second step you need to do is plot something like ICICI Bank or individual banking stocks against Nifty 50 and against Nifty Bank, just to see which charts are having clear trend in relative strength. That is, focus on those stocks and sectors where relative strength line is heading higher. This means outperformance. If you again go back to metals example, metals has been trending higher ever since October. Look at the relative strength line, and it has taken almost 6 to 7 months for the trend to develop. That is why if you just keep focusing on the next best performing sector for the next 2-3 weeks, you'll always miss out on big trends in the market. And if you miss out on big trends in the market, it will be very difficult for you to make consistent income over a period of time. It is never about monthly income. It's always about income that is generated over a period of time. So before we move forward, please note that there are over 200 free videos available on this channel for you to learn trading and investing. Just go to the link here. I'll make sure the link is easily visible. Also, when you click on the playlist, each and every video has been organized in a playlist so that you can learn in a proper sequence, take notes, and get better at trading and investing. And make sure you have clicked the subscribe button and the bell icon. This is the only way you will get notified when a new video is released on this channel. With big trends, there is one more advantage, that is of having time at your hand. Now, what do I mean by this? In positional trading, an average sector gets into a good trending structure for a period of 6 to 8 months. Take a look at something like metals recently. When it comes to something like investing, again, big trends develop and last for a period of 2 to 3 years. Take a look at IT that we have also analyzed in the community section with respect to longer form of trading. Again, what is this? Big trends will always give you a lot of time to build positions. This is where you will be able to make massive income in the market. Yes, couple of days you will see some sectors outperforming, but if you chase those, you will never be able to time the markets well, and you will be exiting your positions prematurely. The third important point within this section is of knowing what data you need to avoid. Avoid shorter time frame charts, something like 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 45 minute. That is of no use whatsoever. Avoid something like open interest, put call ratio. All these data points will never help you ride the entire sector trend. You will just exit prematurely looking at these short-term data points. And quite frankly, if you're someone who's into 1 to 5 day kind of trading, only then these 2 data points are important. I've seen many a times in the comment section, especially, people are talking about sector trends and then telling me the put call ratio is not favorable. Guys, if you want to become a good trader in the market, if you want to make consistent extra income in terms of trading, always avoid such data points. These data points are not suitable for you. and these will simply make you exit positions early. Now, apart from big trends, the thing that you always have to understand in the market is that cycles keep repeating when it comes to sectors and stocks. Now, when it comes to cycles, this is called Wyckoff stage in the market, which is nothing but accumulation, markup phase, distribution, and markdown phase. Let me just take you through the chart first, then I'll explain these in detail. When it comes to the Wyckoff cycle, each stock, each sector roughly goes through this phase. This is nothing but accumulation. Then you see a breakout happening. Then the stock or sector moves higher. This is called as markup phase. Then you see distribution happening. Then you see the markdown phase happening where the stock moves lower. And again, it enters the accumulation stage. I cannot tell you how important Wyckoff cycle is. This is the key when it comes to becoming a successful trader or an investor. For example, in case you're a long-term investor trader, always participate in those stocks that are in the markup phase. This is also called stage 2. And always avoid taking positions in those stocks and sectors that are in clear markdown phase, which is nothing but stage 4. So this is stage 4, stage 2, stage 1. This is stage 3. These are very simple things in terms of cycles. If you want to learn more about it, I have done a couple of videos with respect to Wyckoff cycle. Just click on the I icon here. In the swing trading playlist, I have covered this. And what you need to look out for in each cycle, this I have covered in the numerous price action trading videos that I've done. And you can simply watch those and get further knowledge. See, when it comes to cycles in the market, whether it is sector or stock, this keeps repeating on a regular basis. In the accumulation phase, you'll find stock will be in a range. And this is where institutions, big time traders, HNIs, they tend to accumulate the stocks within this phase. When it comes to markup, this is nothing but stage 2. This is where a stock forms a structure of higher high and higher low. And this is where volumes consistently expand because big players are taking position. And your job as a trader is to align in the direction of long-term trend. When it comes to something like distribution, this is where a stock has moved up, then it goes into a range. All the big players, HNI institutions, this is where they are exiting their positions. They are distributing their positions to new players in the market. And finally, the markdown phase comes upon where this range is broken and then stock makes a move on the downside. Now, what I'm showing you here in terms of Wyckoff cycle, this is nothing but a very basic concept, but I can tell you at any given point of time, if I have to put out a figure, I'll tell you 80% traders don't follow this simple concept. If you just go and look at your trading journal and you're facing losses, just see how many stocks you were attempting to buy when they were in the markdown phase. And you'll be astonished to see that result because more than 80% traders try to take long positions in the stock that are in the markdown phase. So avoid doing this basic mistake. If you just include this in your part-time trading plan, then your results will drastically improve. Now, the third point when it comes to making extra income from trading is to keep these two important points in mind. Number one, how you need to maximize your profit, and number two, how you need to minimize your loss. I'll just cover this thing here. See, when you catch a big trend in the market, always add to your winners. And what do I mean by this? If a stock is first in a range and it breaks out, now this is where I'll just draw out a range. This is where you enter, let's say something like 30% position or 50% position. When the stock pulls back and again starts moving higher, this is when you have to scale in further. This is just from trading point of view. For positional trading, rules are completely different. So again, you add something like 30% here. Then again, the stock moves up and it pulls back. Again, confirms the trend. This is where you add remaining 20% position. So this is how you scale in. That is, you build in entire 100% position as the price moves in the direction of trend. This is nothing but adding to winners in the market. Why this is important is because if we just remove these marking and retrace back the stock before it started moving higher, if we have entered 50% here and then stock fails to move up and keeps moving down, then your loss will come only on the initial position size. This is so vital when it comes to growing your account, making extra income in the market. You have to make more money when you are right in the market, and you have to cut your losses when the stock does not move based on your anticipated trend in the market. So for those of you who are channel members, please note that the weekly video on strongest sectors and stocks will be coming out tomorrow. Please Please keep your notifications on because this is where I explain the current structure of the market and which sector stocks you should be focusing upon. And for positional trading members, the episode 8 was released midweek. Please watch this. This was highly relevant in terms of what is going on in high beta sectors. And positional trading episode 9 will be coming out tomorrow. So please keep your notifications on and be active in the community section because the videos are not enough on their own. You will require community notes to get better at this. And for those of you who are not channel members, you can just join channel membership for 1 month and watch all the 55 videos in price and volume analysis series. So these videos are spread out across 5 main playlists. The first series is about price volume analysis. The second series is about application of price and volume analysis. Third series is about detailed rule on pullback trading. Fourth series is about pivot range and POC analysis. Within this, Anchor VWAP is also covered. And the fifth series is an ongoing series on gap trading. So when it comes to making consistent returns, it is imperative that you add to your winners. Unless and until you learn how to do this, you will always make less money when you're right. And that is not the correct way to grow your account. The third point I'll tell you here is that you need to have the right mindset. Do take a look at the last week's video where I've spoken about mindset and its importance. Again, click on the eye icon here. I've linked up last week's video. That will be immensely helpful. The second rule, if I may call it in this section, is learn to cut your losses. I've already given you an example of how you can do this. If the stock is not working as per your trading plan, you have to exit that stock at least 50% position and then you need to review your trades. This is very important because this will help you preserve your capital. And unless and until you learn how to preserve your capital, you will never be able to capitalize upon the trends that you will identify that will last over the next 6 to 8 months. The third important point with respect to psychology is that most of the beginners who come to the market, they cannot differentiate between opinions and trends. See, the biggest lesson that you can learn out of market is that opinions have zero value. It is the trend that is the ultimate truth. And what happens is that every now and then you do get a lot of people in the market, they think they can predict the stock market. Let me tell you one thing, that people who believe this thing, they suffer from some sort of ego disorder, and give them time. Over a period of time, market will correct this disorder for them. But for yourself, you always need to keep in mind that you need to avoid making this biggest psychological mistake, and you only need to go behind trend, which is the ultimate truth. If market is telling you that it is forming this structure, irrespective of who says what, the trend is up and you need to buy when the dips happen in the market. When the market is moving down with this structure, irrespective of who says what, you always have to believe that market will continue moving lower because trend is the ultimate truth. Market knows it all and there is no one who can tell you what will happen in the future. You always have to track this simple structure in terms of price action, track volumes, and more often than not, you will avoid committing some big mistakes in the market. The next important point that you always need to track in terms of trading is always study what the global market is doing. Now I've divided this section, so please pay attention. Also pause this video once I stop speaking and read what I've written here. This is very important in terms of your psychological development. See, when it comes to the broader market, the first thing within the global market I track is what the broader market within our market is doing. I track something like Nifty 500 here, and then I also track something like global trend. Now, why these are important? Pay attention. See, when it comes to Nifty 500, I always want to ask myself, what is the trend of broader market index? Why this is a broader market index? Because this includes top 500 stocks in the market. What is the basic structure here? Higher high, higher low, or lower high, lower low. I track this on a daily time frame chart. Then I like to see what the higher time frame chart is suggesting, something like weekly time frame chart, something like multiple time frame chart, monthly time frame chart. Now, if you click on the eye icon here, there is one entire series on multiple time frame analysis that I've done. Go through that series. That will be immensely helpful in trying to identify this. The next thing I like to ask myself is whether the short-term trend is aligned with the long-term trend. Why this is important? Because if you're a short-term trader and market is doing something like this, but on the long term market is doing something like this, don't short sell here. Wait for an opportunity where even short term trend will start aligning back with the long term trend. This is where you'll make really big money. It's always about aligning with the higher time frame chart. When it comes to global market trend, I again always like to track what S&P 500 is doing. That is the US market. Whether the structure is higher high, higher low, or whether the structure is something like lower high, lower low. Why this is important? Because S&P 500 in terms of sentiment, it has a huge sentiment impact across the global markets. 9 out of 10 times if S&P 500 is doing this, falling with momentum, all of global markets will follow this. So during this phase, you should not be thinking about making income from the market. You should be thinking about protecting your capital. That is why tracking global market in terms of trading is so important, because this plays a huge impact when it comes to you generating extra income from the market in a form of trading. This can be short-term trading, swing trading, or it can even be something like positional trading. But this is one broad framework that I always use, and this helps me stay in the direction of long-term trend. Now, from a part of what we have discussed, there are 3 main points that will help you determine how consistently you can generate income from the market. The first one being the choice of instruments, which I have repeated many a times. Stick with equities, don't go into F&O segment. The main reason being that equities are tax efficient, bonus, you get the advantage of splits, dividends, they're flexible, they will help you compound your money over a period of time. There is no other instrument that will give you the benefit of position sizing when it comes to equities. The second important point that will help you determine your consistency in income generation is your ability to handle drawdown in the market. What is a drawdown? Let's assume you buy a stock at 100 rupees and then it falls to something like 90 rupees. This 10 rupee open loss that you're taking on a position, this is actually referred to as drawdown. I cannot tell you how important management of drawdown is when it comes to success in trading. Most of the traders, beginners, are very poor in handling drawdown. The moment they see stock is giving them some loss, they simply go and either double up their position, or they simply get too nervous to hold position despite the trend being valid. That is why you need to toughen up. There is no scope of improvement in market if you get scared by simple movements that happen against you. This is something that every trader has to learn, how to manage his emotions. There is no way you can escape this. The third point I'll tell you is with respect to effort and results. Now, I cannot tell you how important this is. There is no easy answer in stock market. If you expect someone will make you understand everything and then will give you everything on a platter, it is not going to happen. Come out of that mindset. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the hard work, take feedback from the market, and get better at trading investing. See, I've shared enough of information on this channel for you to succeed. Just watch all of my free videos. Those are more than enough. I've linked up all of the videos here. Click on the I icon. All the relevant videos will come up. Take out the time, put in the effort, and I'm sure over a period of time, you will succeed. The only thing that I'll tell you is that have realistic goals in your mind. You will get better over a period of 12 to 24 months. Those traders who generate consistent income from the market have been putting in effort for a period of 3 to 4 years. Don't think that in 1 month you will be able to replicate their success. This just won't happen. And if you're someone who's of this mindset, then completely avoid trading altogether. If you're someone who's ready to put in the effort for the next 12 to 24 months, then this is something that you can develop as a skill, and over a period of time, you can do better. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. Kindly consider hitting the like button and sharing this video if you find the content useful. Have a great weekend ahead. Take care and be safe in these times.